Thank you for tuning in. Bob Hernandez from GoFast Solutions. As you probably have already noticed, I'm sitting here kind of alone. Jones flying solo this week. Jonathan is out of the office for the day on personal matters, and we'll definitely have him here next week. We'll have him here tomorrow. We'll have him here next week. So it's 1 week away from the Winter Summit. So what I wanted to do is kind of switch it up since we don't have Johnny here to say something foul and inappropriate. I want to take you guys and walk you through the experience that you should expect to see next week on Wednesday, September 17th at the Sturbridge Host in Sturbridge, Massachusetts, and to give you kind of a sneak peek on what to expect and how to get prepared for a day of training, a day of networking. We've said this many times during the Facebook Lives. For most of you guys to to close your doors, or to go with a skeleton crew at the shop and come and bring people to our show, it's an investment on your end. So let's make sure that if we're investing any time away from our shops, that we are taking the most advantage of everything that we have to offer, so that you get the maximum value. You go back and you crush it for this fourth quarter, this remote start season, this winter season, and do well for you and your families. So why don't we just get right to it? So first things first, guys, registration is going to start at 8 a.m. promptly. Registration is sponsored by Metra. Metra is a proud sponsor of all of our events, of our Winter Summit, our Mobile Expo. They're great partners. Metra is that brand. We've talked about this many times before. Metra is that brand that everybody knows. Everybody has. If you're in this industry and you don't know about Metra, you're not in this industry. You're kind of posing. But everybody knows Metra. You can't get through a day without using Metra product. We love them. We're going to have Petros here to do his training, and they're going to be the registration sponsor. So kudos to Metra. Make sure you walk by, say hello to Petros, and thank him for being the registration sponsor. Shortly thereafter, it's going to be 8 o'clock in the morning. I need my coffee. I know you guys are going to need coffee, and we have our caffeination station that is sponsored by SolarGuard. SolarGuard's another great sponsor. They sponsor the breakfast or the caffeination station each year. It's a great time for you guys to come in, grab a coffee, grab a bagel, put a little schmear on it, and get yourself set up for the first training sessions. Also, at this point, as we're having our coffees, for those of you guys that were early entrants, or early registrants, I should say, back when we first opened up registration, we offered a blue, it's going to be a blue wristband for that early bird session to the outlet room. The outlet room each year, it gets better and better. Guys walk out of here with tons of product, or walk out of these shows with tons of products at the lowest prices of the season. All the deals that are in the outlet room are not going to be advertised. They are not open to everyone that buys from GoFast. They're really only open to registrants, or really attendees, right? So you've got to be there. You got to come prepared. Come with credit cards. Come with your cash. Come with however you normally make payment, and then some, so that you're ready to take advantage of deals. Throw them in your car. Save them by us. We'll have a spot for you guys to hold on to product if you want to take them later in the day. But come prepared. Those guys that had the early registration, get in there first, because what deals are there are the deals that we have for that day. So for getting that first crack at it, you'll get that. You can lock in some super deals before everybody else gets a chance to. Once we open up the early bird session, our first training is going to be First Tech. First Tech does a fantastic job. Another great sponsor, or great partner of ours. It's this whole Winter Summit used to be, and when it was another distributor, it was the Starter Summit. So traditionally, all of our starter companies do very, very well, because we're coming into that fourth quarter, starting to get cold. This morning I got up and I used they had to use the heat seater for the first time this season. So it's coming. That time is coming. First Tech is going to be they have a training hosted by Nick Frazier, and they're going to be unlocking new Drone XT, an asset tracker, their DCX platform, and there's some fleet innovation that they've come up with for this season. So, products that we're all very familiar with. The drone has been around for a number of years, but there's additions to it, and there's going to be new streams of revenue for you to target with similar product that you're already used to installing. So you definitely don't want to miss this, because you don't want to miss the opportunity to take what the basic skills that your team has already and be able to offer them to new spots or to new fields, new categories where you haven't gotten penetration into at this point. So definitely want to come in, check out Nick Frazier. He's going to do a fantastic job. So make sure that you say hello to Nick and tell him that you're here because of his training. In addition, after that, we're going to be having a ton of different training. So after First Tech, we're going to have Fortin. Fortin is doing their training. JP Raymond will be in, and his training is going to be circled around the Evo X1, new product from Fortin. For those of you guys have seen us these episodes before, the new Evo X1 has the ability to do a remote start on vehicles that before have not been able to do remote start unless the car came through OE with the remote start package in place. That if you think about it, if you can only target a car that has, you can only target remote starts for a car that already has a remote start in place, that's a challenge, right? Because if it's got a remote start, what percentage of people that buy that vehicle are going to want to replace it with a better one, right? Because we definitely make better units, but what percentage of people are going to want to upgrade their remote start when there's one in there already? The Fortin solution gives us the ability to add remote start to the vehicles that don't come with the package and don't have the ability to add remote start to them currently. So opening up a whole new category, a whole new set of vehicles for you to be able to do business with. So make sure that you are attending and say hello to JP during his training. Lucas Lighting is going to be doing a training. Josh White will be there to light up sales this fall with their training on Lucas Lighting. We all know that it starts to get dark earlier as you start to get home. Some of you guys get home, and whereas it was light when you were getting home in the summer, it's starting to get a little darker. And as the time changes, everybody's driving home in the dark. This is the perfect time for you guys to ramp up your lighting business. It happens every year. It's where we see a spike in our lighting business. I'm assuming that you guys also see a spike in your lighting business. And if you're not, you definitely want to come in, check out Josh, check out his training, make sure that you're a part of that. The next training that we'll do, and this is all in that 10 o'clock hour. Rich from RDVFL will be at our event with a training, and he's got some crazy new plug-in-play cash out profiting with RDVFL. Wow, I wrote that down and I'm looking at it. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. Rich and his team have new radio replacement, so screen replacement. Think about when we change a radio, we're always looking at, okay, well, if we're going to change the radio, we're going to have to also change the interface and the way that the radio speaks to the vehicle so that we retain all that functionality. Well, what Rich has done is he's taken and he's literally replacing the screen. So you're keeping the guts or the unit entirely in the vehicle. So all of that communication with the steering wheels and any other integration that the vehicle comes with OE naturally is retained, because you're literally it's kind of like when you're going home. If you've got a 40-inch flat screen TV and everything else is set up, you come home and now you've got a 75-inch flat screen TV. Well, it's the same thing, right? You're catching the same content, but now you've got a much larger, much better screen. Very similar to what Rich has done. You guys, if you haven't seen this or if you haven't done any work with this, check out Rich's training. It's going to be off the chart. I've seen him at Knowledge Fest. I've seen him at SEMA, with literally trying to get to speak to him, and he's explaining this to attendees, and they are raptured. You can't get them away from the table to speak to Rich for 5 minutes. We're going to have the opportunity to have a full hour for him do a presentation, ask questions. This is something you guys definitely want to make sure that you go and attend. Followed by that, in the next hour, we're going to have DEI. So DEI will be there, and DEI, for those of you that know me, I have a warm spot in my heart for DEI. I worked with them for a number of years. My friend and buddy Justin Gear will be in. Justin Gear has just went to one of his trainings recently. Justin's got a whole new Avatar line. If you guys have not seen the new Avatar line, you want to make sure that you check in. They've literally taken the Avatar line and expanded it to a full line. So they've got from the 1 mile 2-way LCD unit down to that 1 button quarter-mile remote. So expanded the offerings to Avatar and changed the entire look of their remotes. This is something you definitely want to get a hold of, and you want to be able to get them in your hands. And you've got Justin Gear. You can gear up your knowledge with him and ask him a ton of questions, because he is really dialed into that. And he's a good guy too. Tell Justin I said so. Next we'll have XK Glow. XK Glow, Scott Julian will come in, and he's going to chase the light, unlock the power of the XK Max series. The XK Max series is fairly new. It's come out earlier this year. We've got some products already out in the field. If you guys haven't seen this stuff is super, super exciting. You'll definitely want to come in, check Scott Julian, do his training on XK Glow. We talked a little bit about how the lighting category really pops here in the fourth quarter as it starts to get dark. Well, guess what? This is a great way for you guys to enhance your offerings, find new ways to create revenue for your customers, because there's just a customer for every product, and it's just that you've got to know what's out there to be able to make that offer. If you don't know what's available, you don't know what to offer, and you're missing out on opportunities. On that same hour, my boy from Metra is going to be doing his training, and which Petros is going to do. Get wired with Petros, your shortcut to smarter installs and happier customers. Those guys I've done the tour through the Metra facilities. It's literally like a small village, their facility. It's a ton of different buildings doing a ton of different products and different making products, painting them, dipping them. It is if you've ever get the opportunity down in Daytona, that Daytona, Florida area, to go in there, you definitely want to walk through, because it's just eye-opening. They're such a big part of our industry to see how some of this is made, and some of the molds that they have are made. It's super exciting. Well, Petros is going to be doing a presentation on how you can enhance your business today with Metra. He always does a great job. They do a great job. And remember that they're our registration sponsor, so check those guys out. The next thing is going to be windshield skin, and windshield skin is going to we're going to have 3 vendors kind of do something a little different this year. So the cadence is going to be, with 3 vendors that we're going to go ahead and do a classroom training on the business side of their product, the business side of windshield skin, to understand how to sell this product, what kind of profits you could expect to make from this product, what's the approach that you want to take. And once you've sat through their training, and I encourage business owners, managers, decision makers, sit in on this training so you can get an idea of get an idea of the value of this opportunity. Does this opportunity fit your business? Because if it does, directly after the classroom training, we're going to hold a floor demo. They're going to have a vehicle in their booth. I believe it's going to be the Dark Horse that you've seen at SEMA. It was at SEMA in the Sony booth. It was at our last event. The Dark Horse will be there, and they're going to be doing demonstrations of adding windshield skin on that Dark Horse. So there you have both sides of it. So you have, hey, let's learn about the business. Let's learn, then come back and let's check out the application. Awesome. It'll be an awesome event. Last at our mobile expo, Windshield skin was voted by my attendees, or you guys. I mean, I guess probably mostly you people that are listening and that attended Mobile Expo. You voted it the best new opportunity brought to you by GoFast at the Mobile Expo. So there's a ton of value there. For those of you guys that jumped on, you've already know a little bit about how to make some money with windshield skin. If you haven't jumped on, what an opportunity to get the both ends of it. Business side, application side. Make sure you join and check in on windshield skin. So right after that, we're going to have a lunch, right? So we'll be doing lunch from 12 to 1:30. Lunch is sponsored by Fortin. We talked a little bit about Fortin a minute ago with JP. Those guys are great partners of ours. Those guys just innovate new products every year. They're our friendly neighbors to the north, and they're usually like right there when it comes to new vehicles and new solutions. They're right there at the cusp, bringing them to you. They're sponsoring lunch, guys. Their lunch is on them. Make sure that you go by and you thank JP for sponsoring lunch. It'll mean a lot to him. After lunch, we start to go on and we get right back into the trainings. Now, bear in mind that the show floor is going to open at 11. So those first classes, the first tech class that we talked about, the Fortin, the Lucas Lighting, the RDV class will be the class. The show floor will not be open at that point, other than that early bird session for those blue bracelet folks. Then we're going to open up the show floor at the 11 o'clock hour. Lunch was, as we just mentioned, from 12 to 1:30. And then we go right back at it, right back to training. We have a second session of First Tech in the afternoon, directly after lunch. For those of you guys that, let's say, if you're in that early bird session and you spent that hour going to pull deals and put deals in your car and to take advantage of the outlet room, we'll have a second session for First Tech for you guys to go ahead and catch Nick's training. We'll also have a second session of Vox. So in this second session of Vox, I believe we're going to have Austin During doing his Start Smart, Secure Smarter. So mastering the remote start and flash logic and Prestige. So Prestige will have a training on everything that Prestige has got going on, all their new little nuances, and you'll have that opportunity to ask Austin any questions that you guys have on the Prestige and Vox brands. So make sure that you tune into that. Fortin will then also do a second training. You know, for those of you guys, sometimes you want to do two trainings at our show, but geez, they're both at the same time. I wasn't able to attend both. So for our remote start vendors, because it's such an important part of this season, they're gonna each have a second session. So Fortin will have their second session, and then it'll be the second of that the training and execution with SoloGuard. So John Nicholas will do a classroom style training, again talking about SoloGuard, how to capitalize on the SoloGuard brand, how to make money with the SoloGuard brand. They'll talk a little bit about what's new from SoloGuard, and once you've sat through it, again, I encourage owners, managers, decision makers, sit in on this, take a look at the opportunity that they're offering, and then if it makes sense to you, and it will, because it does, and SoloGuard's a great sponsor of ours, great partner of ours. We do a ton of business with SoloGuard, with you guys together. We all do it. So there's going to be value there. Make sure that right after that, you're going to go to the SoloGuard booth on the show floor, and they're going to be doing a full training, kind of to show you, again, here's the business side, here's the execution side. What are back-to-back training sessions so that you really lock it in. What makes sense for you business-wise? How do we do it? Once we decide this is what we want to do, how do we do it? John will have Steve Tanius from CT Tint will be there, and he will be doing a demonstration on a vehicle as well. Moving on to the next hour, yours truly will be hosting a remote start program. So that's right. If you haven't heard enough from me now, you can come in, get another hour of just listening to me. We're going to go review the remote start program for 2025, 2026. We do this annually. It's a way for you guys to buy, get the right price, and then for those of you guys that buy big and buy large, you feel that you might be missing some of that back end money. there's a way for you guys to earn that back end money as well for those of you guys that hit your numbers. So it's a great way for you to plan out your season and also maximize cash flow. So that's going to be one of that'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek where that's what we want to kind of show you at our remote start program presentation: how to buy, have product on hand, and maximize cash flow throughout the entire season. So you don't want to miss that. It's going to be fun, and I'm certainly going to have fun doing it. We also will have the third of our 2-part trainings. It will be McGuire's doing their presentation. We'll be having Glenn Bresnahan do a full training on how to make money with McGuire's. And there's a couple of different levels of making money with a detailing brand. There's the level of where you're just stocking some of their products that are that retail package, that impulse buy for those folks that come in, have something done, and they see something that makes sense to them. Everybody that comes to your shops likes their cars. Some of the people that come to your shops love their cars. So you've got folks that are loving their cars, liking their cars. They're there to improve their vehicles with you from something, whether it's window film or the stereo or remote start. They're enhancing this vehicle, this item that's typically the second largest purchase that a person will ever make in their life is their vehicle. So there's that opportunity. There's the second opportunity for those folks that do some light detailing. I always tell the story of my friend Rich Pappas from Sound Design. He taught me that he would do light detailing. He'd have products in his shop. When you brought your car in to do anything, change a pair of speakers, get a new head unit, do a remote start, get a window film done. When he turned that car back into you, he had his team put a light detail, some freshener, make the car look, and when you get that car back, you're as if when you first got that car out of the showroom. It's brand spanking new. It smells great. It looks great. Kind of that light detailing, and that was just part of the value that he brought to his customers for buying from him. That is proved to me, or he showed me, he taught me, that was huge for his business, huge for his customer retention, huge for repeat business. People would love to bring their cars to him because they remembered. I get my car back, and there wasn't boxes and the owner's manual strewn on the floor, cut wires, pieces of tape. There's none of that. He lightly details the car. You get that car back, showroom ready, and that's a value. So that's their second level. And then of course we have people that buy or shops that buy from us and do full blown detailing. For those guys that are just straight up detailers, there's something in it for you from McGuire. So Glenn will go through the 3 levels of how you can make money with McGuire, and then right after that, we're going to go right to the booth, and there's going to be a live demonstration there. He'll have Luis. Luis had done a demonstration for our grand opening in Hicksville a year ago in the spring. He is fantastic. Puts on his black gloves, and he is ready to rock and roll. Knows his stuff. Knows how to get the most out of a vehicle. Definitely want to check him out. Come by the booth. Check out their infield or their booth demonstration. So wow, we've got through a lot of stuff already, right? And these are all the different training classes. At the 3 o'clock hour, in particular, yes, at the 3 o'clock hour, the outlet room that we talked about earlier, there's that early outlet room access. The 3 o'clock hour is going to have their full access. So any of our attendees that have a bracelet. So let me give you a caveat there. There's kind of a little asterisk, right? That have a bracelet. Today, then September 10th, is the deadline for bracelets to the outlet room, where the outlet room is going to have a ton of product, but we're going to limit it because we want people to obviously see all of our dealers, and we don't want to kind of just tie everything up into the outlet room. We want everyone to have an opportunity, but to have that opportunity, you got to register. You got to register by today. So there's a ton of guys that have already registered. You'll see when we get down to to our $25 giveaway. When you look at our spinny wheel, you can't even read the names anymore. They're so tiny. Luckily, when the winner is announced, they kind of put it up nice and bright because these are good, but they ain't that good. So As we were saying, we have the afternoon session for the outlet room from 3 to 5. At 5 p.m., we're going to start with our giveaways or our grand prize giveaways. Also have before we move on to that, our grand prize giveaways will start. We also have a happy hour, and the happy hour is sponsored by First Tech. First Tech is been our happy hour sponsor for a number of years. It's an awesome time for everybody to kind of like unwind, sit around. We're going to be announcing winners of giveaways and our grand prize giveaways. So you'll kind of sit back down, have a cocktail, listen in, have some fun, make fun of Johnny. I will. And it'll be that hour for you guys to kind of just unwind and kind of see where the whole night ends. After that, we'll be pretty much done. After our happy hour was done, we will be concluded, and we'll move on to the next year. Right? We'll be done with Winter Summit. So a full day. Trust me, I'll be beat. I'll be limping by the end of the day. It's gonna be tough. It'll be tough for us, but it's a ton of fun to see everybody, to network with everybody, to impart some of this knowledge, and just have a great fourth quarter. So important for us to take that time to get ourselves set up for the fourth quarter. It's like we're going to have a fourth quarter. It happens every year. This is your day to come, sharpen your knife, sharpen your blades, get yourself set up for the upcoming fourth quarter. Learn what's new from our vendors that we use every year, and set yourself up for success. So, a couple of quick announcements. One, I had made an announcement that earlier this week, and if you didn't catch our blog post, make sure you dial into our website, www.gofst.com. I challenged our sales team to go ahead and take the MECP certification class or test course. I took it myself, and we've all passed. So if you guys remember, we moved back to our Sony training a couple of weeks ago. Chris Beulah had kind of challenged us as we're talking about trainings and how important they were, and how we always try and get people to come to our trainings because it's just good for everyone, right? If you're trained, you're ready to make money. If you're ready to make money, you're maximizing that brand. And as we were talking about how well we do and how hard we work to get folks to trainings, Chris turned around and said, well, why aren't you guys MECP certified? And it literally like a pin drop. It was like, I swallowed by a gulp, and like, challenge accepted. As on the screen, if you guys are looking now, every one of our sales guys is MECP certified. So I'm going to surprise them a little and have a little something for them, and I'll present it to them at the lunch hour. So guys, make sure that you check in. And for those of you guys that are coming, you're checking this in, you're not MECP certified, attendees, and this is new, attendees that come to the Winter Summit are going to have an opportunity to get a 25% discount on all MECP courses, bundles. It's an opportunity for you guys to prove, right? Show people. I know that you guys know the material. All of my sales guys knew the material. I think I probably had to study the hardest. They all knew it, but it's not about knowing it. It's just like, how do you show your customer that you are a cut above? How do I show you that my sales guys are a cut above somebody else's sales guys? Right? I could tell you. I could say it from the mountaintops, and it's, you turn around and you got to say to yourself, well, that's what Bob's got to say, right? Because those are his sales guys. So what is he going to say? They're awful? No, they're a cut above. How do I prove it to you? This is how I prove it to you. I prove it to you by every one of my sales guys is MECP certified. As a matter of fact, guys, when you're at the show, make sure you go over and say hi to Dave French. He's MECP certified also. He took the challenge along with us because, as we're a team and we do things as a team. So I want to do a little surprise, present our guys with a little something at the show. Make sure that you guys come in, attend, take advantage of that. And how do you show your customer that you're a cut above? How do you do it? Think about MECP certification. Come to the Mobile Expo. Make sure, I'm sorry, the Mobile Expo. Come to that too when we start to promote it. Come to the Winter Summit. we've got a deal for you for 25% off of MECP courses and bundles. It'll be well worth you guys attending. So we're coming almost to the end of it. I just want to make sure that you guys reminder that go to www.gofst.com. That's our main website. There's a blog there where you can see a ton of information on what's happening with GoFast. We've got on our front screen or our front page, there's a link and a banner that'll take you right to registration. If you want, you can also go to summit.gofst.com. That'll take you to the full schedule. So kind of what we just walked through, you can go ahead and look at it. It's on the screen. And there's the countdown timer. I think every time that countdown timer goes down a minute, I get another gray hair. You got the entire schedule that we kind of just walked through. And also there's your big button. You can go ahead and click and register. Make sure that you register. And I'll tell you why registration is important for us to have you register early. Last year, we had a ton of people kind of like we all do. We wait till the last minute. We don't register, and then we realize, oh goodness, it's the show is next week or the show is on Wednesday. It's a couple of days in advance, and you go ahead and you just either show up or you register super late. I've got to buy food, and I've got a deadline to make to tell them what I'm buying, how much to have ready, and I go by our registrations, right? So who is registered. So to avoid that, to help us make sure that we've got something for everybody, everybody's all squared away, we don't run out of food, let's make sure that we register early, let us know that you're coming, and if you're registering, more important than registering, after you've registered, attend. It's important. We put it on, for you guys, it's literally for you. We want to show you that we give back. How many other distributors do this once a year? How many other distributors do this any times a year? We do it twice a year because it's important. It's important to help you grow your business, to put you in front of resources that know their brands better than we do. These are the experts in their brands. We have a ton of great knowledge. And I always talk about my guys and how knowledgeable they are. Jonathan, Scott, Nate, Mike, Brad, Jeff, Barry, all of those guys have a ton of knowledge, and they know a ton about a lot of different brands. Come to the Winter Summit, talk to those experts that's their brand. When I worked for Directed for all those years, I was really well versed in that one brand. When I came here to GoFast, my largest challenge was look at all the brands that our guys are distributing and how much knowledge they all have on all of those different brands. And I was lost, right? Because I didn't have that deep knowledge. So come to the Winter Summit, come see the experts in their field. Make sure that you talk to them, pick their brains, get your business ready for the fourth quarter. Get your business ready to make money here as we go through the remote start season. We go through the holiday season. Get your team ready. As I've said many times, you're investing in coming to the show. You're not opening your doors, or maybe you're leaving a skeleton crew behind to cover what the walk-ins for that day. Make this investment last, to make it worth your while. Make sure that you maximize and you squeeze the juice out of the entire day that you're taking and coming out to hang out with us at the Winter Summit. So I think I've spoken enough. I probably have a ton of things to do back at my desk. I'm sure if I ask enough guys, they'll tell me I've been talking long enough. So what I want to do now is with our early registrants. This was our last early registrant prize. We give away $25 drawing for one of our lucky registrants. Remember that to get your $25 or your $50 or your $75 or your $100 gift cards that we've already given away, you have to attend. So as you come in to registration, our Metro registration booth, hey, plugged you again, Petros. You gotta love me. As you come in, make sure that you let them know, hey, I'm one of the early registrants. I won the X prize, and that'll be waiting there for you. So with no further ado, I think let's take a look at my spinny wheel, and I'll do my little dance. Look at the names. I can barely, thank God, it comes up brighter because I can't see a single name from this part, and the screen's about 2 feet in front of me, and I still can't read them because they're that small. It's that many people have registered. So, Vanna, can you spin? Oh, Vanna does the letters. You're not a letters. You're spinning. John Friday from congratulations, you won a $25 gift card. Remember, come to the Winter Summit. Let the folks at the registration desk know that you were the $25 winner, and we have a $25 gift card waiting for you. So it'll cover your gas for coming to the Winter Summit. Makes sense. So, folks, thank you. Appreciate your time. I appreciate your registering. Can't wait to see you guys at the Winter Summit. Remember, September 17th. That's next Wednesday, 1 week from today, 8:00 in the morning. I'll have coffee. I'll have the coffee ready for you. Come on down. Let's make the most use of that day. Let's make sure that you guys are ready for the fourth quarter. You guys are ready to make money in this holiday season. You guys are ready to end the year strong. Thanks, guys. See you guys next week at the Winter Summit in Sturbridge. Peace.